Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got some news. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that like button like a beast. Let's hop right into it. So guys, there's currently an issue in Legends right now. I'm gonna say this: the matchmaking is still bad. There's still players that are ranked 70. All the players that's ranked 70 are fighting players that are rank 61 when they're not supposed to be fighting those type of players around that area or that rank. I'm gonna say the developers still haven't fixed the matchmaking yet. They only fixed it to where it's working again, but they didn't actually fix it enough that players are getting unranked players. Basically, like all the players that's ranked 70 are fighting players that are ranked 61 or lower, or not lower. Like sometimes players are fighting the wrong players. And it happens a lot, but I think the matchmaking is currently a problem right now still. I'm not saying that you can't play PvP. This is just an issue that some players at rank 70 are fighting rank players that are 61 is currently an issue. So I think the matchmaking still needs work. So they need to fix that again and still work on it. I got some other information. Let's see here. Okay, guys. Lately, I've been catching players who are trying to cheat in the game. And a couple days ago, some of these players might be hacking in Legends to the point where they can get banned easily. I have caught at least 2 or 3 hackers or trying to hack in PvP yesterday night that some players were actually trying to hack in PvP. It's at least 2 or 3 at most. Most of them wasn't. It's just that the teams that they pull out. But that doesn't mean just because some people put strong opponent teams doesn't mean a player isn't cheating, or it could be, because we don't know. Well, you do know if there's connection unstable. So if you're fighting a player with unstable connection, is usually a player who has unstable connection for real, or a player is actually hack or trying to hack in PvP and trying to lag switch on you or trying to not let you win. I would say, because there's a lot of players there is a lot of players in PvP that will not let you win. And usually some of those players are usually hackers. I'm going to say this. Who's modding in Legends will be punishable, will be terminated, and I will keep an eye on hackers at all times when I play PvP. But if someone's trying to hack in Legends, I say don't do it. But I'm just giving this video, I'm going to say this. Hackers need to get off the game, because they can get banned easily. I'm just saying that hackers, they need to stop what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Their consequences will happen. It's not like they won't. But lately, I've caught 2 or 3 hackers or a player trying to hack. I'm not saying that he is hacking, but some players were trying to hack, but they didn't end up working, because some players were trying to hack, but they end up losing sometimes. So I know that some players are trying to hack. I'm not saying anybody is hacking, but I'm just making a point that some players will try to hack and they end up losing at the end, because, you know, if a player is really hacking, that's very bad. That player is going to get totally destroyed on his account, and he'll never be able to play Legends again. Because once you're permanently banned in Legends, it doesn't look good for you, because you should know your consequences of your actions. But this is just a warning that some players may try to hack, even though if they're not really hacking, but they'll try it. There's quite a few people on YouTube who's been making hacking videos and stuff. I'm just giving a heads up, like players will try to hack in Legends when they end up failing, because some hacks don't work. But at the same time, hacking is a consequence. I say, just like I remind you guys, don't do it. Just play the game normal and have a good night playing PvP. And if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. It's just, that's how Legends is. You have to be competitive. I'm gonna say this: being passive in PvP is not really such a good idea. You can do timing, but being too passive in Legends, you're not competitive at all. If you're a player that's passive in PvP like a lot, you're going to end up losing, because passive people don't necessarily win. If you're way too passive, you'll never win. That's the whole point and reason. You have to actually play PvP. You can't just sit there and do nothing all day. That's how a lot of players lose, because they being too passive. The whole point of PvP and the whole point of Dragon Ball Legends is to be competitive. This is a competitive game. This is not a passive game. People say it's a passive game. No, it's not. It's people who choose to be passive, but they end up losing at the end. That's why a lot of players lose, because they think the game is based on passive. No, it's not. The game is competitive. That's what it's designed to. People don't understand the word competitive, it seems like, because all the players who are passive don't understand competitive. I think that's the issue. They don't understand competitive, so Legends is a competitive game, not designed for passive. If anybody thinks the game is designed for passive, you're an idiot. I'm just have to say it. But being competitive in PvP, that what makes you win in PvP is being competitive, actually trying to bring your skills all out instead of holding back. Because when you hold back in PvP, you end up losing at the end. That's why a lot of players lose, because they keep holding back, but they don't want to go all out because they think the game is based on passive. No, it's not. People choose to be passive, but the game currently itself is actually competitive. Fighting games always competitive. There's not one fighting game that's not competitive. So just giving you some advice here is, don't be passive 100% of the time, because you can be beaten in 40 counts, I would say, depending on the character that you use. You will be annihilated if you're too passive. Because if you're too passive, that's why you lose. You have to be competitive. Sitting there ain't gonna get you nowhere. That's how you get defeated. You know, some players a lot of players get one-shotted in PvP by some of the units that they bring out. They get one-shotted. Do you know why players get one-shotted? Because they sit there and be passive. That's the issue. That's why they get destroyed. And then players want to hack when they get mad that they lost. Then they want to hack. You know what I mean? That's the issue, because they're too passive. They don't understand competitive. See, that's the thing. People don't understand the word competitive. Competitive means actually trying. You are trying to get occupied by playing a game to be competitive. Like you go to a fighting tournament, like Cobra Kai, or like Cobra Kai. You go to the tournaments. That's competitive. That's not passive. So when people play Legends, they think PvP is passive. No, it's not. It's competitive. People just don't understand the word competitive. They don't know what the word means. It means that you actually trying to fight in PvP. Bring all your skills into the fight without sitting there doing nothing. That's why players lose. Because they sit there and do nothing and they're too passive. And then people end up losing because, you're too passive, so you win more. No, you don't. Because competitive people win way more. Why do you think there's a lot of players do you think players are at rank 70? Why do you think players are at rank 70? Because they're competitive. They're not sitting there being passive like other players. Why do you think rank 30 players are still at rank 30? Because they're too passive. That's why they lose. They lose every day, more than any other player in the game. All the 20 rank players, all the 30 rank players, they all lose. Way more than higher rank players. Because higher rank players are competitive, but lower rank players are uncompetitive. That's why they're still at rank 20 or still rank 30, because they're not competitive enough. And when you're not competitive enough, that's when you fall off the scale. You fall off the scale. And, you have to be really competitive to actually do something in PvP to get high rank. Like if you want to be, let's say if you're at rank 30 and you want to be at rank 50, you're going to have to be competitive to actually get there. Put in effort. Because being passive isn't going to get you anywhere. You're going to lose on a kill streak like 20 times in a row. And that's why a lot of players derank. A lot of players derank because they're too passive. Because they think PvP is about passive. No, it's not. It's about competitive. And you have to put in effort to get high rank. You have to put in effort. You have to play almost every night to be competitive to get at the highest rank that you want to get up to. If you want to be rank 65, be competitive. Don't sit there and be passive all day. Because passive, you're just going to lose. That's why a lot of players lose. I lose too. I be passive a little bit. But you have to be really competitive to actually get at a high rank. So if a player is like lower rank than you, or like a player who's just really don't understand the word competitive, those are the players who will always stay at rank 30. Those players at rank 30 will never succeed because they don't understand competitive. And if they did, they would have put in effort to actually reach at higher ranks. That's why I keep telling players, hacking isn't going to get you anywhere. The reason why you hack because you're too passive. And you lose more in a kill streak. So that's why you're mad, so you can hack the game. So it can be even more passive. Or you hacking because you can't get the right unit in the summon section. But that's not an excuse. You know what I mean? Like players are some players are hacking in PvP, and those players that are hacking are all passive players. Passive players hack. That's the issue. They lose on a kill streak, and they get mad to the point where they have to hack, and that's why they get their accounts banned by the developers, because they'll catch them. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how long it takes for them to catch you, but they eventually will. And that's when players really don't understand the word competitive. See, people hack on the wrong games. The games that people should be hacking on is passive games like Minecraft, or how do you say this? Like certain games that are passive, like offline games, like Minecraft and stuff like that. Well, Minecraft does have an online server, but it also has an offline service. So, but I don't really play Minecraft. I'm just making a point. Like, most games that are very, very passive are usually the games that you can hack on. But competitive games, you should not be hacking on competitive games. But like Dragon Ball Legends, you shouldn't be hacking on competitive games. That's how you get banned so easily, by just hacking because you're too passive. If you just change your settings from passive to competitive, you won't have to go too much of losing. If you put in effort, in PvP, you'll get to rank 61 or 55, how high rank you want to go. That's why hacking is forbidden for a reason, because the people want you to be competitive, not sit there and hack and be passive 100% of the time on a clock that's ticking. You know? When a hacker is playing PvP, he's wasting your time. He's on a clock and he's ticking like a time bomb. And those time bombs are going to run out because those players that are hacking are completely banned. See, these hackers, they're on a time bomb right now. They think, we have unlimited time. Ain't nobody going to ban me. Well, you're really full of it if you think about it. You're really full of it because you're on a time bomb. You're going to get banned at some point. You're on a time limit. These developers are not playing. If they catch you cheating, your account terminated. And you have to start all over from the beginning. And some players don't care about that if they get start all over from the beginning. But you should, because because that's really irritating that you have to start all over from the beginning. That's why you have to be careful of what you do, because you have to follow the terms of service in Legends when it comes to hacking, to the point where you need to be competitive and stop being passive. Because passive isn't going to get you anywhere. That's why a lot of players lose on a kill streak. A lot of players lose about 100 matches almost in a day, because players are way too passive and they don't understand competitive. If you're competitive, you can win more, where you can get high rank. So if you're sitting there being passive, why are you even playing PvP? Because you're just wasting people's time. You're wasting my time. If you're passive in PvP, you're wasting my time. And that means that you must be a hacker or a player who's mad that you can't win because you're terrible at PvP. Yeah, because you haven't improved yourself. You haven't done any training. You haven't been competitive. That's why you lose. A lot of players lose because they're not training, and they're not doing training, and they're not being competitive. That's why a lot of players lose, because they're too passive and they have no training in PvP. That's why a lot of players lose. That's why players are still at rank 30, rank 20. Those are the players who don't understand how PvP works. PvP works in a competitive game that you have to put in effort to actually fight to get high ranks so you can get the best rewards that you want. But hacking isn't going to get you anywhere but a path to the grave on a time bomb. Because hackers are on a time bomb right now. They think, oh, we got no time. No, you got time. You on a time bomb. Doesn't matter what day, what year, what time you gonna get banned, because you don't know. You can get banned anytime. That's why I said you're on a time bomb. All these hackers, these modders or something like that, hacking in PvP and Legends. That's why the PvP system crashed with this matchmaking, because of these hackers. These hackers be ruining PvP because they mad that they can't. They mad because they can't win, or they mad because they can't get the right unit. Because they get shafted in PvP. The game runs like a slot machine, you know. People don't understand that. What do you think mobile games are designed for? A slot machine. Duh, you need to know that. Especially competitive games. Competitive games usually are a slot machine on mobile. You know? Call of Duty Mobile is the same thing when you buy new weapons. When you buy new weapons in Call of Duty Mobile, you get shafted too. You don't get the right weapon you want. You don't get the right knife you want. You know, all mobile games, you'll get shafted because it works like a slot machine. And it's not like a PS4, you know. PS4s are different. They work differently. They're not the same thing as your phone. But, you know, like I said it before, if you're way too passive in PvP, that's why you lose. I lose too. I'm not saying everybody wins, but if you're way too passive, that's why you lose. You lose all matches because you're too passive. If you be competitive, you can actually win the match, and you won't have any problems really that much. You may just lose one match, maybe two, but that doesn't mean you're gonna lose all 10 matches that you wanted to fight. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really competitive, you can actually win more without causing a problem in the game to the point where you hack because you're too passive. So, if a player is passive, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how PvP runs. And I'm just gonna say this: players that are passive don't understand the word competitive. That's why they lose. They can't get the best rank that they want because they're not training before they do PvP. To improve yourself in PvP, do some training. Train with the characters. Train yourself. You know, train how to use the characters properly and figure them out. That's what's going to make you win in PvP. You need to know all the skills, how to fight players. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of players lose. I can show you right now of a whole list of players who's more ranked, more unranked than me. Let me see. See, look at these competitive players. Look at this competitive player right here. Donut, second place. Inclair, third place. Look at these competitive players. This is why these players are at high rank, because these players are competitive. Now, if you're all the way down here, like all the way down here, you're very uncompetitive. Let's say if you're at rank, let's see. if you're rank, let's say rank 29. Let's say if you're rank 29, you will be all the way down here. You'll be all the way down here if you like you'll be in the hundreds down here if you're rank 20 or rank 30. You'll be down here in the hundreds. But let's say if you're rank 50, you would be up here somewhere. Cuz you're probably competitive, but like you're neutral competitive basically. If you're rank 50. Or if you're ranked 65, you will be all the way up here somewhere, like in the 20s. But if you're, let's say, if you're ranked 69 to hit to 7, you'll be all the way up here. You'll be like 7, 6th place maybe. Or probably 5th place or 4th place. You'll probably be right there. Look at these competitive players, man. Really competitive, man. This is why they getting the best rewards. Players are not being competitive enough. They sit there and try to cheat their way in, and that's why they lose, or that's why they get forfeit screens on their screen because, or that's why they forfeit because these players who forfeit are usually the players that are passive. That's why they forfeit on you, because they're too passive, and that's why they lose. They're not competitive enough. It happens though. Oh look, rank 70. Look at that player. Look at all these good players, man. Very, very good competitors. My rank, I'm not on a rank yet, but I'm not top 1,000 yet. I'm somewhere over here. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm on the list though, because I'm about to be rank 50 at some point. Because I'm competitive, but I'm neutral competitive right now. But I'll get high rank if I need to. But yeah, what do you guys think? If you guys like the video, hit the like button. And see you guys in my next video. Peace out.